E.A.R.L. The Autobiography of DMX. The dark journey of a boy who became a man, the man who became an artist, and the artist who became an icon. A talent for rhyme saved his life, but the demons and sins of his past continue to haunt him. This is the story of Earl Simmons. This book is so real. I basically finished it in one day. I was glued to finding out about DMX's life story and his experiences as soon as I began reading this auto. He's been through a lot, but in my eyes it all contributed to him becoming the dope rap artist he is. Real, raw and authentic. I haven't read a book in a while, but this was 100% worth the read. This one was a tough read. It was written well enough, mainly because it was done by former editor of The Source magazine. But the content was very gritty. I like DMX's music. But Earl Simmons the man is a bad guy. I actually don't like the dude now that I read his story. If you really want to know the history of DMX, this is a good read. You can tell there was a lot of research done, not just interviews with DMX, but with the people in his story from the very beginning. Just be prepared for a hard and mostly unhappy story. DMX provides detailed memories about his childhood, school life, early troubles with the law, his revolving door life in and out of different group homes, his troubles with his mom, strained relationship with his father who left home at a very early age. He explains in detail what he remembers thinking and going through certain times in his life. His book is very impressive with his memory. He explains meeting his ex-wife. Opening acts for big names in the early 90s. All his battles in Yonkers and in other clubs throughout NYC. He explains the birth of his first son, his struggles with his first manager and failed attempts to successfully achieve a record deal. He also vividly tells stories about his love for stray dogs, and his reputation earned by selling his mixtapes in Yonkers to finally getting a deal with Rough Riders Def Jam in '97. DMX my favorite rapper ever, so I already loved the book even before purchase. Fantastic book. I read it in a night. I couldn't stop and just kept turning the pages. Shed a few tears. I felt his anguish and pain. Now when I really listen to his lyrics and watch his Musk videos, I have a better understanding and appreciation of his life experiences. Hope one day to meet the artist. DMX, I'm prayin' for you, dog. Much love from NYC. His book is about life more than it is about anything. DMX isn't just a rapper. He's an enlightened soul. His experiences are the experiences of many who've walked a difficult path and been tested and come out of it to say something meaningful and show the world something real. I know now why his music has always held such an energy for many, because it's real. The truth is in the details. The book shows how physical abuse and emotional neglect at the hands of a mother can turn a potentially gifted, beautiful young mind into a delinquent by the age of 10 who ends up being abused over and over again in the streets and in the system. His story is the story of many and should be taught in schools. That he survived what he went through is a testament not only to his greatness and originality but to his higher angels, which he talks about in part. Everything comes together nicely: his thoughts, his words, the raps, the humor in places. The last few chapters in particular hold great meaning. It's the turning point where he realizes an important lesson in karma. During the middle passage of this book you shake your head over and over again as page after endless page he does nothing but terrible things, which he is paradoxically very aware of, and you worry for him that one day his chickens will come home to roost. Then finally, reading this book was therapy for me. I felt that if someone like him could go through what he went through and come out of it, maybe there's hope for me too, though my life experiences are nothing like his, growing up in a middle-class suburban family. DMX is still battling his demons, and understandably so. But I wish him the best of luck because clearly he is on the right path and is inspiring many. Keep being real. And stay alive. Because you're an earth angel to others whether or not you realize it. I had read so many reviews around this book before I bought it, but I was still skeptical of whether or not I would even enjoy it. I've always liked DMX on the fact that he was so gutter and raw, and his lyricism was real, no compromise, so I didn't really know what to expect from the book on a whole. Once the book arrived, I immediately fast-tracked my way through the book I was reading at the time just so I could start this new book, and my god, I'm happy I didn't leave it to sit like countless others I've bought. This book was amazing from beginning to ending. You find yourself thrown into the depths of DMX's childhood, and immediately you begin to question yourself and your own life and upbringing.